Hello, Pisces. This is Carrie at Wooing Nature. Welcome to the channel and welcome to the summer reading 2022. This is going to get you all the way through the summer, okay? So I will be doing seasonal readings as opposed to monthly readings in case you guys have been looking for me. So you can check back in the summer because really, in the fall after you do this reading, because this should get you what you need to know for the whole season, okay? Things change, but they don't change that fast from month to month to month to month to month. You know what I'm saying? So this gives you some time to kind of work through some things. All right. I am going to be reading from the Earthcraft Oracle. This is a great little deck, and I tell everybody it's a very simple deck, but it really gets you in touch with the nature of who you are and with nature in general. And then also, it usually will lend itself for me to receive certain little meditations or little practices or things that you can do to help you along. So I like that deck. And then I'll be doing a medicine wheel reading from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. And that's so we can get your bearings straight, see where you are, look at you from all points, and see what's going on. So I hope everything has been going well for you, Pisces. I do. Y'all know I always like to mess with Pisces for some reason. I don't know. Because I love you. I guess that's what it is. All right, so we are looking for cards related to Pisces for the summer to guide our Piscean nation for the summer months. Okay. Anything else for Pisces? Oh, y'all might be like Sagittarius with a whole bunch of cards. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was telling Sagittarius, I said, Sagittarius, I have more cards from you all than anybody else, but Pisces, I think you're getting ready to beat them out here. Let's see. Anything else for Pisces for the month of June, July, and August? Okay. That's it. All right, let's see what we have here. All right. I've been getting this card for just about everybody. Abundance. This must be an abundant time, an abundant season. It makes sense because this is a harvest season. This is when we're doing our gardening and growing, and some of you've got your fruits and vegetables coming in. And so it's a symbol of a time to tap into wealth and abundance and the true nature of abundance, because we use that word very loosely. I notice, as soon as you say abundance, people think money. It's not always money. It's about understanding the nature of abundance itself. And there's nothing better to teach you about the abundance in nature than nature itself. Because when you plant a seed, then a plant grows and then it seeds, and there's many, 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 many seeds, more seeds than you need. And for those of you who do any gardening, you will know that a lot of times you plant one plant and you've got more fruit coming out that plant than you can eat all by yourself, and sometimes with your whole family. So you're able to share it with your neighbors and share it with your friends because you have an overflow or an overflow of fruit, of vegetables, things that will feed you. So that's the way to think of it, and that's the way to tap into it. All right, so we have the Spirit Weaver here. I've gotten this card a couple of times. I automatically am seeing a couple of things for those of you who walk with Oya or Yansa or Yansa. This may be a call to that spirit or her spirit within you. Also, I'm seeing for some of you, you need to pay attention to your chakra points and see if you need to do some extra chakra work, cleansing, etc., during the summer months. This is an important part of your balance, being able to retain balance. For some of you, this is balance in a relationship, and for others of you, it's a balance within yourself, creating the balance within yourself. And I'm seeing this coupled with this card in terms of your aligning your chakras and making sure that your chakras are not blocked and things like that. This is the way that you're able to balance both sides of yourself. Here I'm seeing the word darkness. To me, this goes with this, balancing the light and dark within oneself, because we have both. Everyone has both sides, okay? And in order for you to be able to optimize your energy on planet Earth, and in order to be able to tap into that, you have to be able to see the wealth within yourself. Okay, so if you think about it this way, if you think about yourself as a potted plant, inside the ground, which is the dark part, is where the roots are growing. So the tree isn't separate from the root. The plant isn't separate from the root. So the root is down in the soil in the dark part of it, but it's not different or separate from that which is exposed to the light. Okay, so you have to see both sides of it, and you have to see it as one, not as a negative and a positive, but as aspects of the self, a whole self. So for some of you, you all are connecting to the river spirits or water spirits. This could be Yamaya, this could be Oshun, this could be other water spirits depending on your culture, what culture, background, those people who connect. Usually in every culture there's some spirit of the water, because the water is what we need to survive, okay? So when people talk about rain dances, or if you talk about, understanding the nature of water too. So for those of you who don't ascribe to connecting to water spirits, just understanding the nature of water itself, and then how that relates to you individually. It could be about learning how to flow, go with the flow. It could be about understanding that what you need in life will be there for you, like water. Water is for your nourishment and for your nurturance. And so understanding that you will always have that will be there. And that also ties into this card right here. All right, so for some of you, I'm seeing the birch tree. This has come up a few times too. My connection to the earth, and yours may be different, is about, it's a tree totem for the north, which is the place of the elders. The reason for that is because if you've ever seen birch trees at night, their bark is white, and so that white stands out, and white is the color of the north, and so we associate it with the north, and that which is associated with the north is associated with eldership and the wisdom that comes from the elders, or the wisdom that comes from those people who are older than we are. For some of you, if you are experiencing some of those aging aches and pains, if you are at that point where you're beginning to feel your body aging, birch oil is very good for that, like a salve. Put it in a salve and rub your muscles with it. So pay attention to birch, both the plant, the bark, and then also the essential oil, and the meanings, like some of the spiritual meanings, because some of you may be using birch in your spiritual baths or part of your forest bathing activities. All right, we see a warrior woman here, which goes right along with this one. Remember, I was seeing Oya or Oya Yansa here. She is definitely a warrior woman. So for some of you, that warrior spirit is coming through. Most definitely, this is about Yansa. Most definitely, this is Yansa. So for some of you, Yansa is calling you to your heart space, understanding yourself at this level, your warrior-hearted spirit. So people who are warrior spirits have a warrior's heart, and you have to understand what the warrior's heart is. Sometimes when we think about being warriors and we talk about being warriors, we sometimes associate it with our anger. Like when we get angry, then we want to be a warrior. But a warrior has a heart. There's something that drives the warrior to protect, defend. So for some of you, this may be about advocating, being an advocate of some sort for someone, for a group of people, or for people who may not be able to fight for themselves. This is a hallmark of that. And then the last card we have is Run with the Wolves. And the wolf energy here is about teaching. It's about the gifts of the pack. It's about moving as a pack and what it takes to do that. Usually when you have the wolf pack, there's an alpha male. Um, you can you can apply that to yourself as it relates to you, regardless of your gender. But we're talking about an alpha. There's an alpha, and that alpha leads the pack, and the rest of the pack supports that system of management. And so, if you are paying attention to your systems, particularly social systems, or it could also be work related, that's also something for you to, a totem animal for you um, to learn more about, and it will give you some advising, or it will give you some ideas about how to deal with people in large groups. Okay? All right, so I am going to move right along to the Mystical Shaman Oracle, and we'll see how that reading ties into what we've learned from the Earthcraft. Okay? Medicine Wheel reading is a 5-card reading. It's one in the middle and one in each direction, the south, the west, the north, and then the east. And those directions help give a greater understanding of where you are right now and where you've been, also what you need to learn, what wisdom teachings you need to be listening to at this time, and also what's coming ahead for you as well. All right, so it looks like you are in a place of completing something. You're coming full circle, Pisces. That's probably why there's a call for balance, okay? Because you've been traveling, you've been moving, and so when you come full circle, you are going to have to take a pause just to see where you are, and then also to recalibrate. Sometimes you may need to just take a pause for a minute, take a break, take a vacation if you need that. To reset yourself, that's what it's about. Okay, one more card for the East, and then we're ready to read. One more card for the East, please, for Pisces for the summer. Something that they need to look for. Very good. Okay. All right, so as I said, you're reaching a place of completion. In the South, you are learning. South is a position of learning in childhood. You're learning about time and timing, okay? So you'll want to tamp down your impatience. If you're feeling impatient about something you want to move forward with, you might want to tap into your patience, because patience is a virtue, and also you're going to need that. This is not about you forcing an issue. This is not about you deciding you're going to do this at this time. It's really about listening and watching for the signs that it is time to make another step, or take a leap, or change your job, or change a social situation. You need to be patient and waiting for the time, and that's what you're learning about right now. So if you're feeling antsy, impatient, you feel like you want things to hurry up and go, then this is the lesson that you're learning right now. In your past, like in the recent past, there has been a time to give away. That's the reason why this is showing up, because in order for you to reach full circle or come full circle, you had to have given away something. You had to let go of something in order to start anew. And so the giveaway is actually a ceremony. For those of you who are familiar with the giveaway ceremony, this may be a time for you to do a giveaway. If you do not ascribe to those traditions and beliefs, then it may be time, or it may have more recently been a time when you had to let go of things, maybe clean out the closet, purge some things, purge within, like get rid of some toxins and stuff out of your body. If you haven't done that already, you might want to do that, because that's a part of that shift and that change that's happening in you. Here you have at the north the luminous warrior. So there's that warrior energy coming back again. Same with Yansa and Oya and the other two cards that we pulled. The warrior woman for some of you. Okay. But again, in the north, which is the place of wisdom, is to me coming to a full understanding again about what your inner warrior is all about. And to me, it goes back to that warrior's heart that we're speaking of right there. There's the warrior's heart. Okay. So it's not just about fighting to be fighting or, always having your guard up and your defenses up about everything that's going on. That's about protection, protecting yourself, and it's also an insecurity. So we're not talking about that. You know how people bristle as soon as you say something, they're bristling up? That's a defense mechanism. We're not talking about that. What we're talking about is that what you fight for. What are you here and what are you fighting for? And what's important enough to fight for? Because that will give you a really good idea of what's important to you. It will also help ground you in your purpose. It will give you insight as to what is meaningful to you. So you got to look at the heart of it all, okay? And in the east, it's talking about flowing. So as things are closing out, as you are processing through the summer months, and as you are sloughing off the old and understanding yourself as a spiritual warrior of sorts, then there is this part that balances you. Because again, we were talking about the need for balance, okay? So on the other side of this urge to either advocate or push for or to fight for or to that passion part of it, there's another part that's asking you to be in the flow, to go with the flow. And a part of that, I think, or a big part of that is finding that warrior's heart. Because I think once you find that and realize what it is that you truly are fighting for, then you don't have to feel defensive. You don't have to feel like you always have to fight. And that's going to make things a lot easier and more bearable for you now and in the future, Pisces. I think it's good lessons, great lessons for you. All right, so work on your chakras. Okay. Search your heart for your warrior spirit. Get your chakras worked on. And for those of you who need to work with birch, work with birch. For those of you who need to work with Oya or Oya Yansa, connect with her spirit. And those for the rest of you who need to connect to your water spirits, that's what you need to do from now all the way up until the fall equinox. Okay, so I would love to hear how this is resonating with you. Please leave your comments below if you would like to reach out to me to take a deeper dive into this and how this relates to you personally. You can reach me at info@wooingnature.life or on Facebook, where you can click the contact us and make your appointment if you'd like to make an appointment to get another reading or energy work or whatever it is that you may need. All right. As always, I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a wonderful summer, and I hope you're having a fabulous life.